What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to this week's video. My name is Kevin. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure you like this video and share this video, as I'll be showing you guys 9 tips on how you can incorporate minimalism into your lifestyle. Without further ado, let's get on to this video. So let's first start by explaining what really minimalism is all about. For some, minimalism can be decluttering their lifestyle and decluttering their rooms, decluttering their whole entire apartment or house. For me, in my case, it's about decluttering my lifestyle and decluttering my room. See guys, the whole concept behind having a minimalist lifestyle really means to live with less, to live with those particular things that you really think that you need in your life, and get rid of the rest of the things that is surrounding you that you don't really use, that you really have no use for, and that you really think that you can live without. That being said, that can really mean on simple things like, what happens if you had less dishes to wash? That really means that you would spend less time washing those dishes, since you only have 1, 2, 3 dishes to really wash. In the next video guys, I'll be showing you how minimalism and productivity work together to work as one. Step number 1 being setting up your rules for minimalism. With that being said, what does that really mean? As I was saying before, minimalism can mean a lot of things for a lot of different people. Some people may want to establish minimalism in just 1 or 2 or 3, or complete a whole lifestyle of minimalism. For some, that means to declutter your bedroom space and to only have the things that are necessary in your bedroom space. For some people, it may even bring them to the point where they may move spaces, meaning they may move from a bigger house to a smaller house, or a smaller apartment to a studio apartment. It really depends on how you think you can bring minimalism into your life. Step number 2, start fresh. Now, what does that really mean in terms of minimalism? In terms of minimalism, starting fresh is an ideal space that you want to be in when you're on your taking your first steps on becoming a minimalist. Starting to look around your space, starting to look around what you really don't need, and starting to throw those things out. You know, you might have came across a huge selection of, probably boxes that you have cluttered up in your corner that you got from Amazon, and you really have no use for them. Instead, why not just grab those things, throw them out, and then you'll have so much more space in your living area, in your bedroom, in your basement, wherever you have that clutter of stuff that you have no use for. Instead, how about you just throw them out, and then you'll have so much more space, because minimalism is all about maximizing your space to your needs. That brings me to step number 3, which is use it or lose it. With that being said guys, I know we all, and I fall in this, that we all have things that we don't use. Anything that you don't use within 3 months, 6 months, and you haven't used it at least once or twice or 3 times, I really think that you should be considering possibly just tossing it out from your life, and not just tossing it out from your room where you'll be just anxious to bring it back into your life. And in reality, you could have just lived without it. Following this rule, it really allow you, and making sure that you get rid of things that you know that you can live without, but in your back of your mind, you've just been struggling so hard to get rid of. But now, today is the day that you are gonna really get rid of those things. Step number 4, organizing your items by category. Now, I know that we've all come across this time when we actually start seeing that we have double of things. And no guys, it's not an illusion. Some people actually have even 4 of the same things locked up, thinking, oh, I'll buy X amount of things just because they're on sale. You end up spending 4 times the amount of money that you ended up wanting to spend. That being said, making sure that you organize everything into categories is very important when you're on your journey of becoming a minimalist. Now guys, I'm gonna get very personal with you, and that's why I'm so close to the camera. We gotta start asking ourselves very important questions when we wanna take this journey on minimalism. So that brings me to step number 5, which is asking yourself important questions. Sometimes I know that we may feel emotionally tied up to specific items. Whether it's trying to incorporate minimalism into your lifestyle, whether it's becoming, trying to work out every day, whether it's trying to, start up a business, whether it's just trying to bring a habit in your lifestyle that you never had before, it's very important that you're very sincere with yourself, and being sincere with yourself will allow you to actually focus on that task that you want. Make sure that you're efficiently using your time wisely for that task. 3 important things that you can ask yourself are things such as, is it useful? Is it the only one I have? Does it really bring me joy and love when I'm able to start using this item? Or is it just something that I use, once in a while just to facilitate my life? For instance, I have these AirPods that I use on a daily basis of my life. And yes, I can just simply start by asking myself, are these useful? How often do I use them? Or do they bring joy and love to my life? And I really can check out all of 3 of those boxes, of those questions, with these particular AirPods. So that means these AirPods are there to stay. If they weren't all 3 checked off, and I just really found out by auto-assessing myself about these particular items, I really think that it's better to just simply toss them out, or maybe just ask around if someone really needs that particular item, give it away instead of just leaving it out on the curb or just throwing it out on your garbage bin. That brings me to step number 6, which is combining uses. With that being said, guys, it really means that you start using things as, multifunctioning items that that can maybe have 2, 3, 4 uses for that particular item. It may mean to use items that you use on a daily basis and use them for 2 or 3 particular reasons or things. By having less, guys, it'll allow you to actually use your time more productive, but making sure that you find particular items that you can combine. Instead of storing 3 things, you just end up storing 1. That's the key to maximizing your living space. Step number 7, which is minimizing your space. For some, that may be easier said than done. Will allow you first to have more space wherever you're living in. And for some that are living in a very small apartment or 1 bedroom, that really can have a huge effect on the living space that you're currently using. That will allow you to have a clean look, a clean, sleek look on wherever you're living in, and this will allow you to make sure that you have enough space to do things that you really enjoy doing. Some ideas you can really start incorporating are simple things like, maybe instead of having so many photo albums or pictures all over your house, maybe you can get those electronic slideshow things that show your photos. It can really show all the exact same things that you're currently showing, but in a much more condensed space. That brings me to step number 8, which is bringing in less. For some guys, that is very difficult, and I understand that a lot of emotion comes with bringing in stuff into your household, and with having so many privileges such as being able to buy anything anywhere at any time, that can really have a negative effect or a positive effect if you're using that tool correctly. Obviously, guys, the whole point of minimalism is to just have those specific items around you that you use and that have a very important role in your life. By setting a limit of things that you can really bring on a monthly basis is a very effective way on how you can start bringing in less into your household. By bringing in less things into your household will also mean that you have more money to spend on other things that you really use. And not only will it mean that you have more money to spend, but in the more importance of it all will mean that you have more money to save for things that are much more important and possibly save for rainy days. If you guys are still here to this point, you guys will really find this step very important, since it's the beginning of living a lifestyle of minimalism, or just to be able to bring any habit into your life. We gotta stop procrastinating and setting it aside. You know, I'll do it next week. I'll start cleaning up my room next week. Or I'll start, buying less things next week, or next month, or next year. Making sure that you procrastinate less on things will allow you to, at the end of the day, get there to your goal much more faster, in a better way. That being said, guys, hopefully you guys like this video on how to become a minimalist. If you guys found this very informative, make sure you like that video, make sure you share this video, and make sure you subscribe today for more videos on minimalism, on entrepreneurship, and how to become more productive. And just simply, guys, I want this whole channel to be about, finding who you really are, as I am doing at the moment, and really trying to work on yourself so you can become the best version that you become. Hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and if you guys did, make sure you like that video and make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys, stay productive, and stay happy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.